Welcome back, Mobile Mornings here on FM Talk 106.5, and it's time for Law 251. We do this every month with Tobias and Comer Law. Have learned so many things over the years, and you guys, that's one of the many great things about Tobias and Comer Law. You guys are so informative, and you'll let people know. You'll tell them they have questions. You'll let them know what they need to know, and really enjoy you coming in every month. Brian Comer with Tobias and Comer Law in with us for Law 251. Morning.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So we're getting, everyone gets deliveries, of course. It's a year-round thing, but it picks up later in the year and with different kind of special sale deals going on around the country, and delivery trucks. That's something we really haven't touched on yet with Law 251. We've talked about 18-wheelers and on the highway, and we've talked about a manner of different things, but delivery trucks right in front of our eyes can be very dangerous.
Yeah, they can, and I think some people have a higher use of the delivery services than others. I'm sure some people in my family, if they quit ordering, some of the delivery services may call and say, "Are you okay?" But yeah, it's a problem as the packages pick up, as particularly at the holiday season, and the deliveries pick up. Then what ends up happening is that you don't just have a particular company that's delivering it now. Now you have subcontractors that go out, and so you have people who aren't nearly as experienced on the roads, who have very highly scheduled delivery windows that they have to meet and deliver it within so many seconds, and then get back in the truck and go. And so obviously that's a recipe for disaster. And so just people need to be aware, particularly when they're driving. Like I was on Dolphin Street the other day, and one just stops, to make a delivery, and you just got to be paying attention.
Yeah, obviously the quick stops, that's the first thing in my mind, and they stop so often. Have you ever played that dance? I just happened not that long ago. I was driving into my neighborhood, and there was a delivery driver stopped there. And you can't, you want to go past them, so you kind of crawl, I'm in a neighborhood, and then they start moving a little bit, and that dance is, it's a delicate dance, but not so delicate when they stop and you're not expecting it and you run right into them.
That's true, and you bring up a good point, too. I mean, be a courteous driver. We talk about this all the time. Have some patience, have some grace, and they're working hard and trying to make their delivery, and so if they're hopping in and out of the truck, be on the lookout for that. But also just be aware of the surroundings. And the flip side of that coin, though, is that from the driver's standpoint, it is absolutely crucial that they're safe. And that's really what I wanted to emphasize here is that when they're not, we've talked about this with 18-wheelers. When you increase the mass of the vehicle and the speed, you're going to have more force, right? And that's just physics. And but as a result of that, if there is an impact with another vehicle, God forbid a pedestrian, then really bad things can happen. And so that's something that we all need to be mindful of.
Talking with Brian Comer with Tobias and Comer Law for Law 251, and you mentioned kind of these tight windows that they have. It's a job. They're on the clock, and they have certain places to be at certain times. I imagine, well, just like any job, but they're behind the wheel, fatigue can sometimes set in for some of these drivers, or maybe they're moving a little faster than they should be in order to meet their quotas or windows or whatever it may be.
And certainly, and I'm not saying that these folks are bad. I mean, they're doing a great service and all that, but they still have to be safe. And the federal motor carrier safety regulations still apply. The rules of the road still apply. And so it's important that, that they're safe while they're meeting those delivery windows. I mean, I remember growing up as a kid, there was a pizza delivery company, and they guaranteed if you didn't get it in 30 minutes or less, it was on them. Well, when the wrecks increased, then they did away with that program. But same kind of thing here. When these wrecks happen, they can be very bad and have devastating consequences. And that's another thing I really want to draw out here is that in the event of a crash like this, heaven forbid that this happens, but in the event that it does, it is so important to go to a firm that knows what they're doing in terms of how to do the investigation. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is making sure that we check every angle, that we look at all the potential claims that could be out there. Folks who have experience doing these claims understand that, what kind of data is collected by the companies, and then how to ask for that data that shows, we've seen some crazy stuff like obviously texting and driving, but, drivers eating and drinking. I'm talking like bowls of soup.
Wow.
While behind the wheel. And so it would just, it's alarming when you see things like that, but that's why it's so important. We talk about, wanting to make sure that you're going to somebody who knows what they're doing, and that's the why.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense too. And you talk about all these different contract workers now that are participating in the delivery of these items. I imagine, and when I say delivery truck, everyone has a certain picture in their mind. But I imagine there's all kinds of different vehicles out there that are helping deliver these packages.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've all seen them, right? So sometimes it's the unmarked box truck, but then they hop out and they deliver your brown package.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're in a branded truck, but they have no affiliation with that company. It could be that they've leased them. These smaller LLCs will pop up, and then they contract with these delivery services to be able to provide the packages. And again, these folks are stepping in to fill a need because there's so many packages that are going out. It seems like particularly to my house, but
You're not alone.
But when they're doing that, if you're putting people who are inexperienced behind the wheel, or if you're not vetting the folks and to make sure that they're qualified and that that they don't have the kind of background that you don't want somebody behind the wheel, that's so important, and that's what we look into.
And one thing too, you mentioned the data points, and I know one of those companies, one of the main delivery companies, they talk over the years about how much time they're cutting off by just making certain kinds of turns.
That's right.
That's right. As a big corporation, they're just like any business trying to cut as much cost as they can, whether it's fuel or time. I imagine the data points you would get in an accident, something like that, would be vast. You'd get all kinds of information, but only probably from some of the vehicles.
Well, actually, depending on the carrier, it's all of the vehicles.
Okay.
And so, those data points, it's hours of footage, video footage. It's real-time sensors that are picking up on, is the driver distracted? Is the driver paying attention? Is the driver running red light? These things are captured and then, believe it or not, are monitored or supposed to be monitored at their hubs. And so, different carriers do things differently, and, and ultimately, it is to provide a cheaper shipping option for us, and all that's supposed to trickle down. But again, it's not at the cost of safety.
Talking with Brian Comer with Tobias and Comer Law 251, which, reminder, we put up the Law 251 episodes, the podcasts. They're up at TobiasComerLaw.com for you to check out. Great information over the years. How confusing can it be? Who's liable in an accident like this? You talk about the different contract works, and you say it's important that you use a firm that is knowledgeable in how to work these kinds of cases. Can that get really confusing when you're talking about a contract worker working for a contract worker working for the big man or whoever it may be?
Yeah, absolutely. And, and then the type of claim that there is. And, okay, so there's a crash. Well, one of the things that we always look at in these commercial vehicle crashes is, was there some kind of defective condition? And we've talked about product defects before that caused the crash. Did a defective brake caliper or something that's been recalled, was that not communicated to the shipping company? Is that the cause of it? Or was it driver inattention or distraction? And those are the things that we run down, in addition to who the responsible party is. Because, it may say ABC company on the truck, but they're actually being controlled by XYZ company. And if that happens, that's why you have to know what you're doing to be able to figure that out and kind of peel back the layers of the onion, or see the man behind the curtain, so to speak.
Right. Well, at Tobias and Comer Law, you guys, you do the work. You really dig in, and you and I, we come up with different topics to talk about on the air as well. And every time I talk to you, you're like, man, that sent me down a real rabbit hole. You wouldn't believe some of this stuff. That's how you guys are with every single case. Every time somebody brings something to you, you have such detail and care so much that person is heard first off, and is cared for, and I just think that's so impressive from all of you there at Tobias and Comer Law. For folks that want more information, I've already talked about the website, TobiasComerLaw.com, but you also have a phone number too, and people can reach you there 24/7 for a free consultation.
That's right, 251-432-5001. And I really do appreciate that, because that's something that we take extremely seriously. This is the most important thing that's ever happened to this person typically, or this person's family. And one of the things I enjoy most about this is to be, we talk about how we are real people helping real people, but then also to really become an expert in a subject matter is very gratifying and stimulating too. And just to be able to then use that information to help somebody is just the utmost and why we do what we do.
Yeah, and the proof that you have that you're helping people, they come in and come to you, but there's no telling how many people you've helped keep out of accidents or keep something from happening just by putting this information out there like you do month in and month out.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, we all want to be in a safer society. So,
yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Brian, and I know a lot of other folks do too. Tobias Comer Law, Brian Comer with us for Law 251. That does it for this morning on Mobile Mornings. Coming up next, the Jeff Poor Show, and we'll do this all again tomorrow morning at 6 right here on FM Talk 106.5.